Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Kristoffer Polaha has always been known as one of Hallmark's most grounded and genuine leading men, a talented actor whose humility and kindness shine just as brightly as his on-screen charm. But lately, his fans have been touched by something even deeper. A moment of reflection that revealed the heart of a man who's been through a challenging year, only to come out on the other side with a renewed sense of gratitude and grace. In a recent message that resonated deeply with his followers, Kristoffer opened up about what he called a moment of pure gratitude. It wasn't tied to fame, career milestones, or even the many successes he celebrated on the Hallmark channel. Instead, it was something quieter, more personal, a realization born out of struggle, patience, and the kind of self-discovery that only comes after weathering a difficult season of life. Fans who have followed Kristoffer over the past year know that he's had his share of ups and downs. While he's continued to appear in Hallmark favorites and other projects, there's been a sense that something deeper has been going on behind the scenes. Life, as it often does, threw unexpected challenges his way, moments that tested not only his faith but also his resilience. And yet, in true Kristoffer Polaha fashion, he didn't let hardship define him. Instead, he found meaning in the middle of the storm. He recently shared that during one quiet evening, while reflecting on the past months, he was suddenly overwhelmed with gratitude. The kind of gratitude that doesn't depend on everything going perfectly, but rather on realizing that even in struggle, there's beauty, growth, and grace. He described the feeling as being hit by a wave of awareness, a deep emotional understanding that everything he had been through, every high and low, had shaped him into the man he is today. What struck his fans most was the sincerity in his words. Kristoffer wasn't trying to paint a perfect picture. He spoke honestly about how difficult the year had been, how he faced uncertainty, moments of doubt, and personal challenges that left him questioning his direction. But through it all, he kept returning to one thing: gratitude. Gratitude for his family, for the work that still inspires him, and for the fans who continue to show unwavering support. For Kristoffer, this moment of pure gratitude wasn't about achieving something new. It was about recognizing the blessings that had been there all along. He admitted that it's easy to get lost chasing goals, measuring success through achievements, or worrying about what's next. But when you slow down long enough to breathe, to appreciate the people who walk beside you, and to recognize how far you've already come, that's when true peace settles in. His message felt like a reminder to everyone listening. Life doesn't always unfold the way we imagine, but even the difficult seasons carry purpose. Kristoffer spoke about learning to embrace the uncertainty instead of resisting it. He said that the past year taught him the power of surrender, trusting that even when the path feels unclear, there's still light guiding the way. He also credited his faith as a cornerstone in that journey. Kristoffer has never shied away from speaking about his spirituality, and in this case, it was clear that his connection to something greater helped him find peace amid the chaos. He described how leaning into prayer, reflection, and community gave him strength when he felt lost. That quiet reliance on faith, he said, is what transformed his struggles into lessons and his doubts into gratitude. It's a rare thing in Hollywood to see someone so open about the emotional and spiritual side of success. Kristoffer's vulnerability reminded many why they connect with him not just as an actor, but as a human being. He's known for playing characters who lead with heart, men who find hope, redemption, and love in the face of adversity. But here he wasn't playing a role. He was simply being himself, humble, reflective, and authentic. His fans flooded social media with messages of support and shared how his words resonated with their own lives. Many said that his reflection helped them feel less alone in their struggles. Others shared how his openness encouraged them to pause and find gratitude in their own journeys. It's a ripple effect of kindness and inspiration, something Kristoffer has built his career and his life around. As he reflected further, Kristoffer mentioned how this moment made him reevaluate what truly matters. He talked about being more present with his loved ones, cherishing simple moments, and learning to slow down in a world that's constantly rushing ahead. That perspective shift is something many people can relate to, especially after years of collective challenges and uncertainty. He said that when you strip away the noise, the competition, and the pressure to be on all the time, what remains are the things that actually make life meaningful: relationships, purpose, love, and gratitude. For him, that realization came quietly but powerfully. It was as if life paused for a moment to say, "Look how far you've come. Look what you still have." What makes this reflection even more moving is that Kristoffer isn't just talking about gratitude as a fleeting feeling, he's talking about it as a practice. Something to be cultivated daily, especially when life doesn't go as planned. He shared that gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it reframes it. It allows you to see that every experience, even the tough ones, can lead to something beautiful if you stay open. He recalled moments where he could have easily focused on disappointment or loss, but chose instead to focus on what those moments were teaching him. That shift, he said, changed everything. It turned frustration into patience, fear into faith, and exhaustion into renewal. Kristoffer also touched on how storytelling itself became a source of healing. Acting for him has always been about connection, about exploring the human experience and helping others feel seen. During his tough year, returning to that purpose reminded him why he fell in love with his craft in the first place. Each project, he said, became an opportunity to share hope and authenticity, to remind people that even fictional stories can reveal real truths. It's easy to forget that behind every actor's polished public image, there's a real person dealing with real challenges. Kristoffer's openness reminded fans that even those who seem to have it all are still navigating their own paths, still learning, still growing. And it's that humility that continues to endear him to gratitude is clearly shaping how he approaches both his life and career. He's expressed excitement about new creative ventures, but what stands out most is his renewed sense of purpose. He said he wants to keep telling stories that matter, stories that uplift, that spark empathy, and that bring light into a world that often feels divided. He also spoke about being more intentional with his time, investing in relationships that truly enrich his life, and making space for stillness amid the noise. He's come to understand that success without peace is empty, but peace, even without perfection, is everything. This moment of pure gratitude wasn't a one-time event. It marked a turning point. A decision to live more mindfully, to embrace imperfection, and to lead with love. Kristoffer said he hopes that anyone listening who's going through a difficult time will hold on to this truth. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, something beautiful is being built underneath it all. He shared that one of the most powerful lessons he's learned is that gratitude doesn't wait for everything to be perfect. It begins right where you are. Whether it's a small victory, a kind word, or simply the breath in your lungs, there's always something to be thankful for. And when you focus on that, everything else starts to shift. Kristoffer's reflection feels like both a confession and a blessing, a reminder that no one is immune to life's challenges, but everyone has the capacity to rise from them with grace. His honesty and vulnerability continue to inspire those who look up to him, not just as an actor, but as a person walking his path with courage and faith. In a world that often celebrates perfection and success, Kristoffer's story is a breath of fresh air. It reminds us that true strength lies in humility, that healing begins with honesty, and that gratitude can transform even the darkest seasons into something meaningful. His moment of pure gratitude may have been personal, but its ripple has touched countless hearts. And as his journey continues, one thing is clear: Kristoffer Polaha isn't just shining because of his career or fame. He's shining because he's living with authenticity, grounded in gratitude, and led by a heart that chooses hope over fear. It's a message that transcends Hollywood and reaches right into the core of what it means to be human. Through his openness, Kristoffer reminds us that sometimes the most beautiful stories are not the ones written in scripts or captured on camera, but the ones we live, one imperfect, grateful moment at a time. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.